Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a really special one because it is our first Inuyasha action figure, and it is the first time I'm actually opening up an Inuyasha action figure. I have wanted these probably since 2004. I've never had one, so I'm really excited for this series. We're going to start off with the main character here, Inuyasha with the Tetsaiga sword. And then I showed some of these in the preview video as well, but just really quickly, we will be doing the Kagome figure. So there's her package. We'll be doing Miroku. Oh. And then we've got one that wasn't in the preview video, Sango. So this one just came in the other day. Really excited to get this one out of the pack. Awesome figure. And then just one more, and my favorite character, we've got the convention exclusive Sesshomaru with the Jokin. So this is the one I'm probably most excited about. But really all of these will just be a blast. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoy doing the unboxing. And we'll start off with the package like we usually do. I started watching Inuyasha back 2003, 2004 on Adult Swim. It would come on Cartoon Network late at night. Used to stay up all the time in the summertime to watch it, just fell in love with the show. I remember when the figures first started coming out, reading reviews about them online and just wishing I could get these and seeing them in the bookstores. And they started off selling about $30 a piece. And then this one, wherever the seller I got it from, bought it from, was selling it for $13.99. But they are pretty pricey if you find them on eBay or Amazon. They generally range anywhere from $60 or $70 to over $100. I was very fortunate to get this one in the Kagome in kind of a lot. On the preview video, I showed everything that came in that package, so it was a pretty good deal, but it's pretty hard to find these for a very reasonable price. I've seen a Kagome figure as well, which I'm trying to get, but it's just a little pricey now, but I'll do my best. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over this package here at the top. So this is a Toynami figure. We've got the Inuyasha logo and him running across the top. We've got a picture of him here with the Tetsaiga. And then down here it tells us you get Inuyasha with the Tetsaiga sword. You get the transformed version and the regular one in the sheath. We'll go over that. And you can see him here in the pose in the package. We got a photo of him down here. And on the back, we have another picture of him and then the figure and some different poses. Down here is the other figure in Series 1, so the Kagome, and in Series 2, they'll be releasing Sesshomaru and Kikyo. So I don't have either of these figures. I do have the convention version of the Sesshomaru, only difference being the open mouth. So there's the bottom of the pack. You can see a couple holes on his feet, but as far as I know, these don't actually come with the platform, so I'm not really sure what those are for. But we'll go ahead and get this open, and we always start off at the bottom and just lift the plastic up. I may need to use a little bit of a knife on this one. I really don't want to damage this box too much because I'd like to store the figures in there. So we'll get out our little knife from some of the other videos and just see if we can kind of get it under there. It's not quite working the way I wanted, but let's see if we can just, there we go. All right, we got it. Just kind of pull this down. Release that one part. There we go. Now we're gonna lift up the sides like we always do. Let's get this knife out of the way before something bad happens. And then let's get this side up here as well. And we're just gonna lift it, pull this piece down, and then you can actually see the whole picture there on the back, Inuyasha with the Tetsaiga. We're gonna move that off to the side. And then we've got our little piece of cardboard here. It's actually, I think it's glued to the plastic, so we'll leave that where it is. And then let's start by getting the figure out. So no zip ties or anything here. I'm stuck in there pretty good. Just trying to not bend the plastic while getting it out. sword. So sorry about that, but here is the figure. And so we will set him down while we get the swords out. Hopefully these will be a little bit easier. I have seen on some videos and reviews that these are very delicate, and so we don't want to break the swords. So here we have the Tetsaiga, so neat. We'll set that down. And then we have the other one in the sheath. And so you guys can see. Let's try to get that to focus in just a little bit better. Doesn't want to cooperate too well, but we'll get back to this one, but just really quickly. So it's in the sheath, you can pull it out. I'm gonna be very careful with that. I don't want any of this to break. So let's just start with the figure here. So you can see just right off the bat, his face, the paint on there, they did a really, really good job. Looks just like Inuyasha from the show. The eyes, the eyebrows, the nose, the mouth. Great job on his hair. He's got the ears up here, and even on the side there you can see the hair. It's blowing in the wind. They got all these individual pieces all around. You can see his robe. All the black stitching, and his arm does move here, and so does this one. And his hair here is a little bit flexible, so it won't hurt anything if you move it a little. His wrist turn. A little bit there, and at the bottom here got this nice plastic. It's not too thick. I originally thought this was just really thick, heavy plastic, but it's actually hollow if you knock on it, so it's a nice detail. The figure is not too heavy that way. But you can see the necklace there, string going across, how his got this bow over here where it's tied. We've got the space here for the sword, and there's the figure from the back. Incredible detail on this, great paint job. They really capture the character well. Let's go ahead and get the Tetsaiga here. So there you can see the detailing here on the handle. You can see that fur right there, and then the blade. Looks very, very nice. They did a tremendous job with these figures. And then the one I'm just a little worried about is getting this one out of the sheath. So I read online these can be pretty delicate, and I don't want to break anything here. I may try to just do this off the camera, and then whenever we do the next Kagome video, I will show this sword out of the sheath. I just don't want to break the handle off and leave the blade inside the sheath, so we're going to be very careful with it. And go ahead and set the figure up the way that they have it set on the package. And so we'll push this Tetsaiga through here, kind of move his arm, pull it under. There we go. And then we'll place the sword into his hand. This can take a little bit of work. Again, the biggest reason for being so careful here is because I've read that these swords and accessories are very delicate. And so we just want to carefully get the sword into his hand. Just 1 second, guys. I appreciate your patience here. 1 second. Just see if there's one thing I can do to... The handle here is a little flimsy, so... Okay, go ahead and push that through. There we go. All right, so we got it in. Appreciate the patience. Don't want to break anything here, especially opening up the figure for the first time. And then there's the sword in his hand. Kind of turn his wrist. He's got it sideways, ready to go to battle. He's got this hand up. Now I know some people may say, well, he's got this one in his hand, but he's got it here in the sheath as well. That's just the way I like to pose it. Some people don't. If you get the figure, you do it however you like. But for me, it's just neat seeing this sword here in the sheath, even though he's got this one here in the hand. And if I decide to keep it out of the package, that's the way that I'll display it. But once I get this sword out, make sure I don't break anything, I'll show you guys in the Kagome video what it looks like without this sword being in the sheath. So let's go ahead and set him down, and then we'll bring our camera down and get a good look at the figure up close. And I'm really excited to get these all lined up next to each other so we can do a comparison like we always do. Let's move him up a little bit, and we'll hit that there, and then there it is in focus. Unbelievable figure. See his face again, and there's the Tetsaiga. There it is, kind of from the side, from the back. I love the detailing on the hair. Unbelievable. So we got our first figure out. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. It was such a blast to open. Again, just gotta be really careful with these. Make sure we don't break anything. And our next unboxing of the Kagome figure, I'll be sure to get this Tetsaiga out of the sheath. I'll show you what it looks like with the empty sheath and the Tetsaiga in his hand. And as we open up all the others, we'll put them one next to the other and have all the main characters lined up. So thank you so much for tuning in. If there are any other figures you'd like to see, please leave a comment down below. And I will once again leave a link to another channel, SSJ Blake, in the description. He did a Dragon Ball Z Vegito figure, the kick action one here recently. So I highly recommend his channel. Link will be in the description down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. See you next time.